Why isn't Amsterdam the first place to get attacked?
I can assure you that you've made a mistake
that.
there. The radicalization of Muslim youth in Amsterdam is exceedingly worrying. Theo van Gogh was beheaded on the streets of Amsterdam by a young Muslim youth, working from a terror cell based in Amsterdam that fortunately was prevented before it blew up the headquarters of the Dutch intelligence service, the Dutch parliament, and Amsterdam airport.
I was going to say, I think...
Okay, now to make my next point on that, I think it's very important to stress two things on this. Firstly, this false notion that everything about foreign policy is behind us. One of the interesting things, perhaps the most interesting thing in the Policy Exchange report, was the analysis of what young Muslims in the survey knew. So all of the blowhard stuff about, I am doing this for my Muslim brethren in Palestine, do you know what tiny percentages of them could even name the Palestinian Prime Minister? The tiny number of them that could name Ehud Olmert. The tiny number that I think could even locate these areas on the map. This is a great problem at the moment because demagogic Muslim leaders and others are taking advantage of their opinions. They are telling them they should be enraged about this, that their Muslim brothers are being abused, and that they should be more angry. And a lot of them think in response, yeah, I'll wind myself up about it, and I'll wind other people up about it. But do they ever bother to know anything about it? Do they ever bother to find out? Do they even satiate even basic curiosity? No. And one other thing that comes from this that ought to be said, has to be said now, is this. What if this were to do with foreign policy? I don't think it is. But what if it were to do with foreign policy? So what? So what? Is the British state going to take dictation for its foreign policy from a tiny community within its midst? I don't think so.
Not thought.
Well, I mean, as I say, I come back to this thing, which is that even if any of these complaints were true, which they're not, even if they were true, at the moment the Prime Minister goes to Her Majesty the Queen to ask permission to use her armed forces, are we really going to go to the Muslim Council of Britain to ask permission?
I think probably not.